We are in St Anne's Cathedral, which is the Anglican Episcopalian Church of Ireland Cathedral in Belfast city centre. We're starting with the tomb of Sir Edward Carson. He was an Irish politician, and before that he was a lawyer and famously humiliated Oscar Wilde in the stand. Now, Carson himself was given a state funeral on Saturday 26th of October 1935, and is the only person ever to have been buried in the cathedral. Before that, he was the leader of the Irish Unionist Party, which was the main Unionist party in the fight against Home Rule. Being an Episcopalian cathedral, there's stained glass windows, and throughout the nave there's a number of different plaques. See from the size of it, it's much larger than the average church, and was based on the site of the previous parish church, which was built in 1776. That church was demolished in 1903, and the new one was opened in June of 1904. So quite a fast construction compared to modern construction timetables. The spire itself has been compared to a lightning rod by some, but as the Catholic community would point out, it's Episcopalian, so what do you expect? If we go across the other side, there is the War Memorial plaque. We have the Second World War is much smaller than the First World War. massive death toll. 4 years of war there. Just a reminder of all the people from Canada of Irish descent who came to help the old motherland in her time of need. You can always freeze the screen if you want to enlarge and read in more detail. So there, the Royal Flying Corps, precursor of the Royal Air Force, has its own plaque. You'll notice that unlike the less authoritarian religions like the Baptist or the Methodist, there's a lot of military wartime regalia in this cathedral, and that's because the Church of Ireland is tied into the government. It's the official religion of the United Kingdom, at least of Northern Ireland. In Scotland, they have the Church of Scotland, which is Presbyterian in nature and thus different. And we'll be seeing more military stuff in a wee minute here. Please remember, it costs money to get into the cathedral if you want to have a look around. It used to be free, but now it's a $5, so you really want to get your money's worth. The cathedral houses the regimental chapel of the Royal Irish Regiment, so that's why many of these flags are here from, not just from the regiment itself, but from the precursor regiments. And there's the Ulster Defence Regiment, for example, was folded into the Royal Irish Regiment as the Home Service Battalions back in 1992, and then after 10 years or so, whenever the Good Friday Agreement had been brought in, those Home Service Battalions were removed altogether. You'll notice among this vast number of Irish people, many of whom, let's say, served back in the Indian Mutiny in the 1850s, but there's 4 there from the Somme: Cather, Quigg, McFadyen and Bell, and they were all very brave men, but Quigg is the one we should pay the most attention to, because he was the inspiration for Samwise Gamgee in Lord of the Rings. Now, we've got some more. The good news is there's a reception inside the building, but unfortunately it seems to cut out every now and again. But again, we're back at the chapel. Royal Irish Rangers there was one of the precursor regiments, and whenever the UDR became the Home Service Battalions, the Royal Irish Rangers became the General Service Battalions of the Royal Irish Regiment, and they were used for overseas deployment in peacekeeping missions around the world. Now this is the First World War Memorial, and you can see the plaque there is from A to L, and there it's L to W. Apologies for the camera work.